you. Thank you.
Dr. Ada, you're on mute.
Yes.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Ada Bakare. Welcome to this wonderful event today. First of all, before we start, I'd like to introduce our LOANI Health and Wellness Ambassador. She's Angelique Pave. Say hello to Angelique. Angelique is an award. Sorry. She's a multi-award winning dance and fitness instructor, awarded by LOANI and the UN, among others. She has helped hundreds of people get healthier in body and in mind. After surviving her own breast cancer journey, she was even more determined to dedicate her life and passion to preventing others, to help others prevent such diseases and stay healthy. She's a university lecturer by profession. Her passion is dance and fitness, and to inspire others to keep fit. For more information, check on www.dancetoinspire.co.uk. Angelique will be leading the LOANI Global Health and Wellness programs. Wonderful. Bringing you expert talks, workshops every month. So we'll be sending you a link to register so that you can be able to attend these workshops. Thank you, Dr. Angelique Pave. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Is it Adobe?
Bakare, Adobe Bakare.
Okay. Thank you so much for being here and for that lovely introduction. And before we move on, thank you everyone who's here today. I really, really appreciate it. And those who will watch on the recording too, please do come and say hello at some point through my website or social media. My company is called Dance to Inspire because that's what we want to do, Dance to Inspire UK. And before I move on, also a big, big thank you to Dr. Caroline Makaka and LOANI, leaders of all nations international. What an honor I have to bring health and wellness programs to LOANI all over the world, globally. And just Dr. Caroline has been amazing, and she's been one of the people who has stood by me and supported me through my journey with cancer, and kind of gave me hope and support every time I needed it. She's just been incredible. And LOANI is the first organization that gave me my first award many years ago in 2018 for a community company that inspired others. And then the whole cancer story started, and she's been with me ever since. And now, thanks to her, I'm the, health and wellness ambassador for LOANI. So thank you so much. Heartfelt thank you to Dr. Caroline Makaka. And also, obviously, thank God that I am here today. That's kind of the main message I can give. Firstly, that, all thanks to God, my family and friends who supported me through very difficult times, and, because of which I am here today. And I can't forget that there are many people who don't come out on the other side of this journey. So heartfelt prayers and blessings to them and their families. So I am very mindful of that as well. And also would like to say before we start that I am not a professional I'm not a doctor, I'm not a medical professional. I am a health and wellness professional and instructor. I do dance and fitness, lots of strategies for body and mind, and I will tell you my story, but I just want to make a caution that I'm not here to give anybody any ideas on curing cancer or any of that. It's just my experience and the lessons I've learned along the way. So that is really important to let you know as well. Before we go further, can I say hello to everyone who's here? We have Judith, we have Adobe, we have Helen, who I know very well. We have Violetta and Patrick, and Dr. Caroline, of course, and Jennifer at the other end. Can I ask if anybody can put their cameras on and just say hello, or just tell me a little bit about yourself and what prompted you to join today's session? That would be lovely to hear. Sorry, can you hear my dog barking away? There's somebody at the door. Typical. All right. Over to you. Whoever wants to go first, you can unmute. Hello, everyone. Adobe, would you like to say something? Or Patrick or Helen?
Yeah,
Lovely to see you all.
yeah, I would like to say that when I saw the topic of the event, I was quite interested because I have quite some people I know that have undergone this journey, and some are not the same, and some have become reckless. So I felt it's good to find out from a dance and fitness instructor, more about this. So, and I'm proud of you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Helen?
Absolutely. So for anyone that doesn't know, I attend Angelique's classes nearly every week, and they are fantastic for my personal well-being, mental health, and physically. And I'm just really interested to hear your journey, Angelique. I have known about this, but I'm just really interested to hear your personal story.
Thank you for being here, Helen. Thank you. Patrick?
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Patrick. I'm in Kenya, and I've been attending webinars organized by Dr. Christine more often every week. And when she did send this, I knew it would be impactful in somebody's life. I know I'm not a woman. When we're talking about such cancers, probably women are deemed to be the ones being victims here, but I can become somebody who is useful in the society. I work with an NGO that does a lot as far as health concerns are concerned. So I thought I would just come and hear from you guys what you say. Thank you.
So much. Thank you. Are you guys hearing my dog very loudly in the background? No, not really? Okay, because somebody's at the door and she's going crazy.
It's fine.
Typical timing. All right. Hopefully she's calmed down. All right. Thank you so much again for everyone being in. Violetta, would you like to say something? Judith?
Yes, I would like to say something.
Yes,
When I
please.
saw this particular topic or theme on cancer, I was so much touched because I've had a parent who had prostate cancer, and so he underwent a lot of pains. He had to make us to learn how to take care of a patient. And so when it comes to us as ladies, I felt it is good that I also joined this so that it may help me also to have knowledge, personal, and also to share with others. And in case there's one with the same, I'll have some knowledge on how to handle. That's why I'm interested in this. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for that. I'm just going to shut this door. Apologies. All right, and let's get going. Sorry about that.
Angelique, just want to say thank you so much for everything that you're doing, your strength, and for giving us strength as well and helping so many people. Like you said, I've watched your journey so many years, and so inspired by you as well. And thank you so much for continuing using your story as an inspiration to other people as well. And also just congratulate you as well for getting your Survivor Award last week at the House of Parliament with Adeobi. And I just want you guys to continue to shine the light and be the light that make others see. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Caroline. Thank you. What an honor that was. Thank you so much. So yes, I mean, the reason, you know, as Dr. Caroline said as well, that I share my stories, because I just feel, you know, like I said, I'm one of the few blessed people who is still here today. And I just thought, you know, that is something really important to give back to God in this case, you know, or for my survival, to be able to use that lesson to help others as well. So that is kind of the main reason for me to be pushing my story. And also, if anybody can learn from it, if one person can benefit from it, then, you know, it is kind of, you know, at least worth that problem. So, and thanks to Dr. Caroline, who's always encouraged me in that area as well. So let me just give you a little background, okay? I was diagnosed in 2019. Now, just as, and all my treatments were during COVID, so what fun. But anyway, before this, few years before being diagnosed, I was a woman who was a mom. I have two wonderful boys. I am still a university lecturer in business, not in dance. And I was always very passionate about dance and fitness. I discovered dance and fitness after being a mom, when I lost weight, just because I was reintroduced to my passion of dance. And I thought, oh my goodness, I have to share this with everyone. You know, I found myself, I lost weight, and it made me happy, and I had to share it with others. So I started my dance fitness training, and I kind of got lots of qualifications in the area and started my classes, I would say in about 2012. And since then, I've been doing dance and fitness. Dance is kind of a miracle drug. It's free in most cases. You can dance around the kitchen and feel happy. You can listen to your favorite music and tap your feet. It gives you the benefits and joys of body and mind. It's honestly a miracle. And in fact, in one of these sessions in the future, I'm definitely going to do a dance fitness session for LOANI, so keep your eyes peeled. But yeah, so that's kind of my journey. I am a lecturer, but also started a dance and fitness company in 2012. Now, being a lecturer, being a dance and fitness instructor, being a mom, meant I was rushing around from pillar to post, from one job to another, dropping my kids at school, picking them up. I wanted to do that. So I worked in the hours that they were at school. So I dropped them at school, rush around, do my jobs, obviously do all the house stuff as well, plus the shopping and whatever else we ladies keep busy with. And then I would pick the kids up, come home, and then have the evening with them. Or in some evenings, go for another class when my husband was home to look after the kids. So generally rushing around, not much time to eat or look after myself, and kind of a little bit of stress when you kind of run around from pillar to post, not sleeping very well, working late at night, and then kind of waking up early, getting the kids ready for school, etc. Does that sound familiar to anyone? Rushing around as a mom, as a woman, does that sound familiar? Can anybody put their hands up if yes? Yes. Okay, so I'm getting a few people putting their hands up. We've got somebody new who's joined as well, so welcome. Yes. So exactly, it sounds familiar, right? And isn't this what we are supposed to do as women? Like, we want to have a career, we want to look after our kids and the home. We're expected to you know, in this world and society, be superwomen that do everything, right? Be the best mom, be the best worker, be the best everything, right? There's always this pressure on all of us to do our best, especially as women. We are multitasking, right? Don't we know how good we are at multitasking? Does anybody know how good we are? Are we good multitaskers? Yes. Yes, we are good multitaskers because we rush around and we think about everyone and we have so much going on in our head, right? All these different tabs open in our head. What we're making for dinner? What did I have to do for work? What do I need to organize for the kids? Right. And we think that is a badge of success when we multitask and are running around in stress. But let me tell you, that is the foundation of disease. And yes, it is shocking, but if we don't look after ourselves through those stressful times in the right way, then it is an invitation for chronic stress. Chronic stress means something that's with you all the time, not just a one-off occasion. And chronic stress is the foundation of disease. It causes havoc with your hormones. And when your hormones are all over the place, then that's an invitation for diseases such as breast cancer. So I had to learn that the hard way. So if we feel we are superwomen multitasking and doing so much, don't give yourselves a pat on the back. Actually stop and put yourself first and start thinking about how can you take care of yourself in a better way. Because if you are well, you can look after your kids and your family. But what happens when you are unwell? Okay, it's no point putting yourself last, because if you are not well, then the kids and the family are going to have to look after themselves, right? So we want to be well ourselves first before we can look after someone else. As the saying goes, you can't pour from an empty cup. The cup has to be full, and you are the cup. So be full first in body and mind, and then you can help others who are dependent on you, right? So this is what happened. I had also other kind of elements happening. There were some toxic relationships in my world. And you know how, again, we just think, oh, gosh, we have to deal with this or bear with this all the time. Putting myself last, and also carrying some unhealed emotional baggage from my past as well. How many of us have had, you know, difficult experiences through our life that we don't kind of deal with, we just suppress? All of this suppression is inside our body. So where do you think the disease comes from? And as somebody pointed out very clearly to me, disease, if you break it up, it's called dis-ease. Your body is not at ease because emotionally, mentally, physically, you have something going on. You have chronic stress that's building up in your body because of all these different elements. And we don't notice that or take care of it. Even when we have hormonal imbalances as women, right? We think, oh, it's natural. I went to the GP, my UK GP, for 3 years to tell her my hormones were really bad. And she kept saying, oh, no, you're a woman. You're changing age. This is what happens, right? But I knew something was, this is not normal, right? And what happened is when my breast cancer was diagnosed, I was told, oh, it's very highly hormonal. And I was like, okay, great. There we go. 3 years ago, we could have avoided this situation, but there we go. So now we have to look after ourselves and be our own doctor, because sometimes even the doctors don't know what is going on till it's too late, right? So putting ourselves first as women, that is my big message today. So anyway, let's go back to what happened on this story, right? In 2019, I discovered a lump on the side of my breast, and I went for lots of tests. And then on the 11th of December, I remember 2019, 5 years ago nearly, I was called to the doctor's office, and the wonderful news that nobody wants to hear was told that I had cancer. And I was just shocked. as everybody says, when anybody tells you, you just like the ground beneath your feet gets pulled away. And it was a shock, of course. And the first thing I said to the doctor, excuse my laughing, I actually turned around to the doctor and said, I can't have breast cancer. I help women keep fit. I'm a fitness instructor. I can't have breast cancer. And he looked at me and he said, no, everybody can have breast cancer. And I was just shocked. I was embarrassed because I thought, here I am trying to help other people. And look at me, who can't even look after myself. How can I have breast cancer when I am a fitness instructor? I felt embarrassed by it. But as we have seen, everyone has seen, these kind of diseases, they don't discriminate. You could be a fitness instructor, you could be the king of the United Kingdom, you could be anyone and still get it. So that is the main problem with this disease, is that everyone can get it. And we can't hide behind expectations that, oh, we are fit, we are well, and everything is good. If we are rushing around, if we do not look after ourselves in body, mind, emotions, and spirit, then this is when disease creeps in. And it doesn't even have to be cancer, it could be anything else. But that is the start. When we push ourselves and have chronic stress, that is the start of the problem. So what I discovered, I was doing 10 classes a week, fitness classes, and I thought, what is going wrong? And what I discovered was I was physically fit, but emotionally and mentally, I was a wreck. I was a wreck because of the running around, the stress, the toxic relationships, the emotional baggage. I was a wreck mentally and emotionally. And that's what caused my hormones to be completely out of whack. And the hormones being out of whack created this breast cancer, or a hormonal cancer. So I just wanted to be a message for everyone to, stop and consider what you're doing. Just to give you an idea, today, for example, I sat at my desk and I worked for, I think, 2 or 3 hours straight on organizing different events and programs that are coming up. Just like in full mindset of working really hard for 3 hours. And, I just felt so tired. And I thought to myself, that's it, I need a mental break. So I took my dog and I went out for a walk and I felt better. I came home, I did some breathing. I caught up on, prayers and other things that I hadn't done yet. And I felt better. That's called taking a mental break. When we are just working from 9 to 5, our mind is just all over the place. Do we give ourselves that time to actually have a break? To take time out to breathe, to relax, to have a little walk, to have some movement. Movement is huge healer. It moves things within your body when you move, whether it's going for a walk, whether it's dancing. These are essential strategies to cope with stressful times and stressful days, even normal days. You might not think that you are in a stressful situation just because you don't have a disease. But if you are rushing around, if you are working nonstop, if your mind is all over the place with lots of tabs open, organizing everything, I'd like to tell you, you are in chronic stress. That is one of the problems we have these days, because we don't recognize that all of this is chronic stress. It is not acceptable. It is acceptable. People expect us to do this, but it is not right for us. And when we don't stop those cycles to take a break, that's when disease hits. So although I was the physically fittest I had ever been as a fitness instructor, mentally and emotionally, I was finished, and which is what caused my cancer. So that's like a big caution I'd love to give everyone, men and women, that we have to take time out for ourselves every single day, not just once a week. I have people joining my classes once a week, or sometimes they turn up once a month. Right? They say, oh, we didn't have time because something happened, so somebody came to my house, I had to go here, the kids had something. No, you have to give yourself that time. every day. It doesn't mean you have to go to the gym every day. You can go to the gym once or twice a week, but you have to walk, you have to do some physical activity to make sure you keep well, and also the mental breaks. So it is critical, absolutely critical, to do this for ourselves before we can do it for others. Anybody on here who can tell me if they put themselves first and if they look after themselves regularly? I know my lovely Helen, she's fantastic at being regular and consistent at my classes and the gym. But anybody else, do you put yourself first? Can you put your hands up and do that? Wonderful, Adobe, wonderful. I'm glad to hear. Can you tell us a little bit?
Well, what you said resonated with me because I didn't feel that stress is a problem. I just thought stress is for, when I hear that people have mental health issues, I just thought they are just lazy. But I used to be a health coach. I cook with Salad Master. I make sure that everything is, I eat organic. I see naturopathy. I do all the things. I use magnets. I do visualization. And I thought I'm keeping everything away. I'm fit, but I was all over the place as well. And I didn't pay attention. Then I had a marriage that was bad. I wasn't bad marriage. Then with my siblings, I wasn't in good relationship with them. It's like everyone turned against me and I was fighting me against the world, but I didn't care. Then I was homeless as well. Then finally, in 2017, the council decided to give us a place because we're moving from hotel to hotel with my two kids. And it was affecting them, but everybody was judging me. But I just didn't care because I said it there. They don't know what I'm feeling. But I wasn't looking after myself. Then on the 24th of December, I stood up. Sometimes when you get up, maybe God asked you to get up. I got up. I wanted to go to Sainsbury to make sure that I jumped the queue before the Christmas rush. So when I woke up, I went to the toilet just to wait. Then I was holding my key so I can dash out of the door. All those getting up and not dashing out straight from the door saved my life. Because he will have caught up with me, or he will have caught up with me while I'm sleeping. I had a cardiac arrest.
Wow.
I did, and right on the toilet seat, and I got up and fell down. And my kids called 999. When they arrived, they thought I was drunk because they were asking, "Oh, does your mommy drink?" My son said, "Mommy, I told them to check you." And when they checked me, it was something else. I'd already died. They came in 10 minutes. I died for 10 minutes. And by the time they got me to the hospital, they couldn't resuscitate me. And they wanted the family to sign so that they can put me in a body bag. Well, they refused to sign because my family, they do what the doctors tell them. But for some reason, nobody wanted to sign. And I went on to have 5 cardiac arrests. And practically, I was multiple organ failure. I was brain dead, everything. And they said they should just turn off the life support, that I'm not going to be saved. But my family refused and they went to court. Before the court could give a judgment, I woke up after 2.5 months in coma. So when you were talking about rushing around, it resonated with me that you have to pay attention to yourself. Because if I've been, but God helped me by waking me up. Because obviously the blood clot had been traveling. So if I didn't get up, it would have caught me in my sleeping. Maybe they said somebody slept and didn't wake up. Or if it was delayed, I would have been driving and carried off the road. So now, even when I'm crossing the road, I keep praying that nobody should have ill health or cardiac arrest. I look at the driver, then I cross the road carefully. So thank you for sharing.
Oh, thank you for sharing. My gosh, that was, this is what I wanted to say. It's not just cancer. You know, we can have any disease and issues, you know, and like I said, it doesn't matter what health condition it is. You know, it starts from the stress that we don't even recognize is stress. We just think that's our normal life as a woman, and it shouldn't be. And this is why I'm out there sharing my message as much as possible to women. And that's why, particularly in my own dance classes, the women are mums. A lot of my women are mums, and I keep telling them how important this is for them. So thank you for sharing that, Adobe, as well. So
Thank
going
you.
back to the story, when I realized I had cancer, I was shocked. I told the doctor I'm a fitness instructor, and he laughed, but anyway. And I realized that I was physically fit, but mentally and emotionally, I was dead. And so I had to build up my mental health from zero, from scratch. I had to get rid of toxic relationships, or at least distance myself from them. I had to look after myself in body and mind and spirit and emotions, and see a counselor, get rid of all those baggage that we were, you know, I was holding on to, those kind of strategies. And then I turned as much as possible my life around and created a little program even for women to follow, which I still do for women, and it's called Fit for Life, because we need to be not fit for a wedding, fit for summer, fit for the beach. We need to be fit for life. And Fit for Life, my program, is all about physical, mental, especially physical and mental health. How do you look after yourself? So just a few tips, for example, I can give you from this. What do we need to? We need to have complete health. We're not just physical health or just not mental health, you know. We need to have complete health. And how do we do that? So if we do, for example, looking at physical health, what does physical health involve? It involves eating healthily. No processed food and junk and McDonald's and fried foods and all of this all the time. That is really toxic to our bodies. So eating healthy, drinking lots of clean, filtered, fresh water, avoiding processed foods and junk, trying to keep to the whole foods where possible, cooking at home, not eating out, just general common sense, healthy food eating at home. That's your physical with food and water. And very important is the exercise. In the UK, we are given 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. That is the recommended by the NHS and the doctors. So that's 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, to do some exercise where you are using your breath and your lungs and your heart. So not just tiny strolling, but a bit faster, or dancing, or doing some activity. Now, obviously, walking is still amazing. So if you can't get to a gym, or if it's your starting point for exercise, then walking is amazing. Just do more of it when you have got to a final position. You know, like when you feel comfortable with 5 minutes, do 10 minutes. When you feel comfortable with 10 minutes, increase it more. So take those steps to increase your physical fitness. Eat healthy, drink lots of water. I notice lots of people don't like to drink water. 8 glasses of water a day is essential for us. Everyone, men and women, 8 glasses. Do you manage to drink 8 glasses? Is that a question? What do you think? Is anybody drinking 8 glasses a day? It's not easy to achieve, I know, but it's a necessity. And don't forget, tea and coffee is not part of water at all. Yes, Helen. Well done. So tea and coffee is not part of hydration. In fact, if you have tea and coffees, you run to the toilet right after. You lose more water than you gain. So every time you drink a tea, you must have a glass of water. That's what I do. I have my water jug next to my kettle. So when I'm boiling my tea, water, I drink a glass of water. So at least I feel like I've put it back before I take it out. So very important to have 8 glasses of water as well. So water, healthy food, and exercise, very important. This is your physical health. Now, mental health, totally different. Like I said, not rushing around and stressing. If you have a stressful job, taking mental breaks every few minutes or few hours, I mean, not minutes, but like 1 hour, after every hour, every 2 hours, make sure you have got up from your seat and you have walked around and had like a little mental break. You've done some breathing, you've gone out and had a walk in nature or something, even in your garden. If not, at least doing some deep breaths. And I will talk about the deep breaths and we can do a little trial later on. So looking after yourself mentally as well. And mental health is so important. I didn't realize how important it is. Doing deep breathing. Being mindful is so important, everyone. Like if you're eating your food, only focus on eating your food. If you are going to the shower, only focus on the shower, the lovely feeling of warm water on you, or cold water if you love it, which is very healthy, but I haven't been brave enough to have cold water showers. But being mindful means being in the moment, doing the one thing, not letting our brains while we are having a shower think, oh, what am I cooking for dinner? What do I have to do for work? When you go out for a walk, look around on your walk, be mindful, be in the moment, take that time to look after yourself, just have that mental break. So mental health, mindfulness, deep breathing, gratitude. Gratitude is the new medicine. Just being grateful for everything you have. However hard your day is, you can definitely find at least 2 or 3 things you're grateful for. Being alive, having a roof over your head, some food, even that is God's blessing. Not everybody has that. So gratitude, again, is another huge mental health technique that can help you put perspective to your situation. If you even are going through a tough time, this does not just apply to cancer, anything. If you're going through a difficult time, look at the positives in your life and kind of have gratitude, because that will help you change your perspective. While going through cancer, if I sat there and cried and was upset for days on end, I won't even let my body heal myself. I have to accept what it is and try and be positive, because the positivity helps your body heal. When you're negative and crying and depressed, that doesn't help anything, and it doesn't help your healing. The healing comes when your mind is strong and focused to heal, because your body listens to your mind. Every cell in our body listens to our mind. If we say, oh, I'm worthless, I'm silly, I'm not good enough, your body feels it. Your cells feel it. You don't have confidence. But if you think about good things and just be grateful for what you have, that helps you overcome things. And this is one of my resilience tips, is to try and be grateful as much as possible and try and find the positive in your day, however hard it is. Hold on to your faith and that positivity, because when it's the deepest, darkest days, the only thing I could hold on to was my faith, and just saying, just holding on and being grateful, and just taking one day at a time, one step at a time, not thinking ahead, just be there in that moment. Everything passes. Difficult times will 100% pass. Just have to take those steps of positivity where possible. I know it's easy to say and it's very hard to do. I've been there. But if we just sit around being depressed, it is not going to help us heal. We need the positivity and the good vibes to heal. That's when your body will heal, not otherwise. So what did I do when I had cancer? Well, it was lockdown and I hadn't told anyone I had it. So I had to keep running my dance classes. So I would go for radiotherapy in the morning, and in the evening, I would do my dance class. And the joy that gave me, because it helped me move. It helped me move from that position and kind of move my body. It helped me focus on other people who weren't me. I didn't have to think about me and feel sorry for myself. It helped me choreograph something and use my brain in a sensible way. So again, when you're going through tough times, whatever they might be, think about what you can do for somebody else, because suddenly the focus will change and you don't have to think about yourself. And that really helped me. But also movement. Movement is a huge, huge blessing. We had a few weeks, last month actually, as part of the health and wellness program, we had Emiko who came and talked about movement for wellness and how to help yourself during difficult times. And movement is just, again, doesn't matter if you're lying in bed and you can't move and you're bedridden, you can move your hands, you can move your legs, you can do something, you can think, you can read, just do something that takes you out of that mindset, because that is the key. The key is to turn it around, our mindset, so that we can heal and we can get better as quickly as possible. So I hope that helps people as well. What else? I've put some notes together because there was just so much to say. I hope it's helpful so far. What do you think? Is everyone enjoying it? Yes? Great. Thank you. Hopefully it'll resonate and you might, pick up something for yourself. So yes, like I said, so we did the physical health and we do the mental health as well, taking time out, learning some breathing techniques, meditating, praying, dealing with your trauma from the past, mindfulness, gratitude. These are all just absolutely powerful techniques to use during any difficult time. So whatever you are going through, just know that you can pull yourself out of it. And you need to pull yourself out of it to be able to get past it. And like I said, I always say, if you can't run, walk. And if you can't walk, then crawl. But just move forward. Don't stay in that place and don't let depression or pity or feeling sorry for yourself hold you down. Yes, we have the right to feel sad. I mean, you have to cry, you have to let it out, but don't stay in that place. Move out from it once it's done. So that would be some of the things I can say. What else? I think this is pretty much everything I wanted to say to everyone. If you have any questions, please ask. If there's anything I've left out, I would love to tell you more. So let me know if anything resonated, and I can always tell you much more. But we have one life. This is really important. Just because you're a mom, doesn't mean, or because you work somewhere, doesn't mean that you put yourself last. We have only one life and we have to treasure it and we have to enjoy it and we have to be healthy and happy and look after ourselves so that we can look after everyone else. Like just live this life and enjoy it. And difficult times come for everyone. I don't think there's anyone in this world who doesn't have a difficult time in some way or another. It might not be breast cancer, it might be something else, it might be a divorce, it might be homelessness, whatever it might be, it's difficult times. But we have to go through that to build our character. Maybe there's a lesson in it for all of us, to build our character and our strength and our resilience. Because trust me, when I look back, cancer changed my life. And it changed my life for the better. It's a weird thing to say, but I really started focusing on me and my health and my happiness and my relationships and my life after I was hit by that huge boulder of cancer, So I'm not saying it was good. It was terrible. It was hard. It was 6 months, but the 6 months passed. And at the end of this darkness, you see a little bit of light and you come out of it, but just keep walking towards it. Don't stay in the darkness, just come out of it and, just live your life and be grateful for whatever we have. The time is now. We don't have forever. Sometimes we live like we have forever, Oh, I had a dream, but I will do that in 5 years when my kids have grown up. Oh, I want to do something, but this is not the right time. There is no time. This is my message. We don't know our time, so use the time that you have and, give back, be positive, try your best. And, you know, again, all thanks to God and the people who supported me that I'm even here to tell my story today. So thank you for listening. And if anybody has any questions, I would love to take a question. But before that, let's learn some breathing techniques. I'm just going to get everyone to do that. If you can turn your cameras on, that would be amazing. If you can't, then I understand. But breathing techniques. Okay, so what's really important when we breathe? If you want to live a longer life, listen to this. If you want to live a longer life, you have to breathe less. Think about that. If you want to live a longer life, we have to have less breaths. That means when we run around in stress, we're breathing like this because you're stressed, right? That's short breaths. And that doesn't help you at all. It puts you in a panic mode. So when you do deep breathing, you're taking less breaths per minute. Is that so, right? Everybody understands? So when you have a deep breath, you actually take less breaths. So every day, if you can do 5 minutes of deep breathing, you are already elongating your life by those 5 minutes. Can you believe it? Just as simple as that. Okay. So what do we do for deep breathing? Let me show you simple techniques. You have to start deep breathing from your stomach up to your chest. So your whole chest should move. Can you see that? And then you go all the way down. So you start from your stomach up to your chest, hold it and go down. As simple as that. 5 minutes a day. Is that possible for everyone to do? That would be an amazing takeaway from today. And let's do it together now. All right. So one of the principles is the out breath should be longer than the in breath where possible, because the out breath is what pushes our blood out from the heart to different parts of the body. In breath, out breath is pushing and pressuring all the blood to pass to everywhere. You know, when you have headaches, it's because there's not enough oxygen getting to your brain, because you're not drinking enough water again. So breathing and deep breathing helps, again, the blood to pass to all the different cells in the best possible way. All right, so let's do some deep breathing. We're going to breathe in for 4, breathe out for 6. Can we do that? So nice and slow, let's go. 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know why I did that. That's my dance class numbering. But anyway, let's go. Let's breathe in. Breathe out. Now you can breathe out from your nose or your mouth. Generally, people say the nose is better. But if you can't do that, you can do it with the mouth is fine. So breathe in again for 4. Breathe out. Yes. So 5 minutes of just breathing in and out, or even 5 deep breaths, even 5, maybe 3 times a day. Can you do that if you take a little reminder and put it morning, afternoon, and evening before you sleep? That's already incredible. 5 breaths, 5 deep breaths. And Helen, now you can see why I put the deep breaths in our cool down. You already did your 5. When we go to class. So it's so important. 5 deep breaths. If you deep breath up for 4, hold for a second or 2, and let it go for 6. Okay, let's do 3 together. Okay, so let's start again and we go and release. Again. And release. Last one. And release. And remember, it has to be deep breaths. You can't just do, it has to be, my whole body has to move and go back down. So hopefully you'll try that every day. How do you feel now after you did those deep breaths? Do you feel any difference? Hopefully not too lightheaded, but do you feel any different?
Just a bit calmer.
Exactly, calmer. Anybody else? What did you feel? Helen, did you say something as well earlier?
Yes, I put in the chat that it's very calming for your nervous system, but I also practice yoga, and a huge part of that is breathing and the deep breathing.
Exactly.
And it is very calming. It's a well-known calming technique. So yeah, fantastic.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. Anybody else wants to say anything or ask me any questions? Sorry, I haven't had a chance to look at the chat. If there were any questions, please feel free to, unmute and ask me anything you'd like to ask. I'll try my best to answer. Any questions?
Angelique, there is a question in the chat. What
Okay,
are
thank
some
you.
daily routine tips for taking care of yourself?
Yes. So daily routine tips, definitely. So I would say exactly like we've talked about, physical health and mental health. So with the physical health, cooking yourself something healthy, drinking lots of water and moving, very important. And then on the mental health is really the part where you are looking after yourself. So the deep breathing, like I said, if you just did it even, 5 breaths 3 times a day would be great, or even once a day would still be great. Having those mental breaks, having walks, doing some exercise or dance or yoga, whatever that can be for you. Also, sleeping well, very important. 7 hours of sleep minimum, please, everyone. Because when we sleep is when our body heals. Now, if we are only going to sleep for 2 hours or 5 hours and carry on doing that, chronic stress again, because your body is now in a state of stress. Okay, so sleeping is really, really important. 7 hours of sleep to be able to heal. I would say something to do every day for yourself, like take 5 or 10 minutes. What do you like doing? Reading before bed, having a lovely bath with candles or bubble bath or whatever you like, a lovely shower, a walk, walking with your dog, whatever it might be, being with your children. What about taking that 5-10 minutes every day to do something for yourself mindfully? I think that would be my tips for a daily routine. And it's very hard to do every day. So I would suggest putting a little alarm on your phone to say, it's time for me time. And then you can do whatever you like in that me time. That would be my tip for the day, really. Anything else anybody wants to ask? Anybody else? Anything else? Thank you for all the lovely comments. I'm going to go back and check them. I can't see any other questions. So thank you. And thank you for the lovely comments there. Would anybody like to add something? You can add something if it's not a question, if you'd like to say anything.
Has anybody got anything to say? Like a question?
And I hope you found it
Otherwise,
useful.
yeah, we like to thank Angelique for bringing health and wellness to us, because most people go and pay for this kind of talk, but sometimes when we get it easy like this, we just, some people take it, like I've learned about deep breathing, so I don't have to pay for that to learn. At least in LOANI, that's what LOANI offers you, because we have specialists who have experienced different things, and they come and share with us. Sharing with us is helping us so that we can live a comfortable life, because most people want to live longer, which is good, but it's better to live longer with good health. Because what happened to Angelique, the way she mentioned it, many people did not come back to say their story. She came back with a business, with even more things to add to her life, and she's practicing things and sharing. This sharing is very, very important. And that is what helps people on this platform to take away and share with the other people. I've learned so much. And we shouldn't wait until we have a health scare. Because most people, they are, like you said, people are going about their business, they're fine, but they fail to recognize, especially women. Women do so much. You are the carer, you are the house homemaker. Not everybody, some women have changed the roles though. But even that, we nurture a lot. And part of this nurturing, women don't even add themselves to the nurturing. I see women say, oh, I've got so many grandchildren. I help this. Everybody phone you. Can you look after this, my grandchild? You know, you are so happy. I don't have a grandchild yet, but because my kids are just in their early 20s. But people see me and all day they're talking about their grandchild. They don't even have nothing to say for themselves. You matter, you know. It's not all about children. You didn't come to this world just to raise children. You also come to live and to leave your mark. People that have left things for us, like Professor Caroline Makaka of LOANI, there's Dr. Robin Mota, they all have their own kids, but they found time to grow their business, just like Angelique is doing, growing this business. Otherwise, nobody will know. So please, women, let's take away from today what you've learned to put yourself first, look after yourself, because we don't want to wait. Like Angelina said, she got her first award via LOANI even before she became sick. And that really helped her to bring health and wellness to us. So we'd like to thank you and everybody that shared today. If anybody still have anything to share, because I know some people are just coming, you are free to share. And I've just looked at your website and it's really, it's full of information. So I think you should go to the website. And I'm in London. I'm going to register for the dance class. I'd like to ask you, is it via Zoom or live?
Yes, yes. We have lots of online classes as well as in-person classes. I'm based in East London, but we have Zoom classes. Anybody can join from anywhere in the world. And we have a special program for women as well, which is called Fit for Life, which helps with body and mind health. So feel free to contact me. I'm at dancetoinspire.co.uk. And Dance to Inspire _UK on Instagram. You can see all the dancing we do. And we will dance together as well at LOANI. I will definitely do a dance session. So yeah, looking forward to that. And I'm just so grateful for all of you being here today and giving your time for this. I really appreciate it. Dr. Caroline and Christine and Adobe and everybody else who's here. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate. Thank you so much. It was a wonderful session. Thank you.
I'm glad. Thank you again. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye,
Thank
everyone.
you, Adayobi.
Bye.